Raylan, are you ready? You ready to go shed hunting?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video here at Grind Season Outdoors. So today we are out for the second day this weekend, and this is probably going to be our second shed hunting video for the year. We're down here a little bit south of Decorah, and we're down on a buddy's property. Him and his family own some land down here, and they've been generous enough to let us come down and walk it the last few years, and we've done pretty good. So hopefully we can find a few out here again this year. But I got Kaitlyn with me here, and Raylan, the puppy dog, the shed hunting dog. Hopefully Raylan can get on a shed today, but I don't know, she's still pretty new to it, and you can tell she's just kind of scatterbrained and likes just playing out here a little bit too, which is fine. But we're gonna see if we can keep working with her and get her to be a decent shed hunting dog. So we're gonna get walking here. It's kind of windy today. I apologize if any of the audio is kind of crappy, but hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, we got a lot of walking here to do, late morning right now, so we got the rest of the day to hopefully stack up a bunch of sheds. So I just wanted to throw this out there too. I don't think I said anything about it when I was just talking here, but before we get started, I wanted to let you know there is a giant deer that's been hanging out around here. My buddy, he's seen it in person, and also there's some trail camera pictures of him. He's an absolute giant, like probably 190 bare minimum. So that's kind of the goal today, is to find at least one of his sheds, if not both of them. And I would think that they'd probably be pretty close to each other. But yeah, that's kind of the goal, is to find him. And then there's also a lot of other bucks around here, so I'm sure we'll find something today. But we've really been hoping to find that deer's antlers since we heard about him. But we're gonna get out there and try to find him. Get the bone. Guys, we found one right up here, sitting underneath the cedar. Looks like a decent one. Get the bone, Raylan. Where's it at? Get the bone, girl. See if she can find it. Get the bone. Get the bone. Where's it at, Raylan? Yeah, there it is. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Bring it back. Good job. Good job. Good girl. Here you go. Hey, good girl. You found one, Ray. You found one. Look it. Oh, that's a nice one. You found a bone. Good job. You smell it? Can you smell it? Good girl. Good girl. Look at that one. Well, it took a little bit of help, but she found it. She's just, you can just tell that she's so scatterbrained. Kate's down there, so she's wanting to go run down to her. But there we go, there's number one of the walk. This is actually right where I found the first one here last year. It was just right up over here somewhere. Get the bone! Yeah, get the bone, good girl! Good girl, Ray! Get the bone! Awesome! That's your first shed on your own! Oh, Raylan found one! I walked right by it. Good girl! Good girl, here you go. Let me get you a treat. Raylan just found her a shed on her own, and she brought it back to me. There you go, Ray. Hey, good girl. Oh, you drop it. Raylan just found her first shed on her own. Yesterday, she got a little bone. We went to investigate, and there was a shed laying there by it. So she kind of pointed us in the right direction. But this one, I walked right by it, and then Raylan, I turned around and Raylan was sitting there looking at it, and she picked it up and dropped it off by me. It's a good girl. Oh man, that's awesome. It's all coming together. I would have definitely walked right past that shed. I did. I walked past it. The only reason I turned around is because she was coming up behind me and she stopped and picked it up. So that's awesome. Good job, Raylan. Good job. That one is all you. Well, I just spotted an old antler sticking out here, and it looks like it's attached to a skull. Oh yeah, it's a full rack. That sucker's been laying there for maybe even a couple years. Look at that. Huh. I definitely missed that one last year. Just a young little guy. But yeah, he's definitely been laying there at least 1 year. If not, maybe even 2. You can see the tips of his tines right here kind of chewed on a little bit. Just spotted a shed here underneath one of these cedars. I'm gonna let Raylan look around for it a little bit. You see it, Kate? I was just coming over to you. Raylan, get the bone. Can you go find the bone? Where's it at, Raylan? Get the bone. Hey, there it is.
Get it, girl. Come on. Get it. Get it. Come on.
You find another one? Raylan, did you find another one? Nice. It's not the other side to the one that I found, is it? I don't think it is. It looks like it's got more mass. All right, we just got done with the first little part. We're gonna walk here, probably take a little lunch break, a little bit of a midday break, and then get back out. We were hoping that we would have found the sheds off the big one where we were just at, but I think most of the sightings and trail camera pictures of them have been where we're gonna go now. So hopefully we still have a shot to find those, and if nothing else, find a couple more sheds. But yeah, I think we got, what, 3 sheds, and then we found that dead buck. So it's all right. We got over 10, and Raylan found her first shed on her own. I honestly probably would not have found that shed if she wouldn't have found it. So that's pretty sweet. Shed dog paying off. But we're gonna take a little break here and get back at it.
Well, guys, just got to the top of the hill and spotted a shed. Squirrels already got to it a little bit. A little tiny one, but good sign. Raylan, get the bone. Get it. Bring it back to me. Come on. Get the bone. Bring it back. Come on. Well, guys, here's another one. Probably about a year old. Well, guys, taking a break. Came to the conclusion that both of these sheds are a year old. This one's got a lot of green on it, chewed up a lot. And then this one was just sitting wide in the open, and it's pretty bleached, so I'm thinking it's a year old. Want to find some fresh ones.
You get the bone? Good girl.
Good girl, bring it back.
Bring it back, Raylan. Oh, she found it.
Now you can't even see it.
That must be an old one, too.
Keep finding all the old ones here.
Is that a bone? I think Raylan's too tired to pick them up. She's been running a lot.
There you go.
Nice. We were just talking about how I haven't found anything since we started the second part of the walk. And I even just told Kate I even like just to find a little one or something. Oh yeah, you like what you see, Ray? Go get it. But yeah, found one. Now the dog is loving it. Come on, bring it back. All right, we just finished up here. Unfortunately, did not find the big one, but we did do pretty good. Should probably put my seatbelt on here in a second, but we did do pretty good. I think we found, what, 6 of them? 6 sheds? Or yeah, 6 sheds. So that makes 12 for the weekend and 14 on the year. So we are off to a great start. We've only hit a couple spots really, and we got some really good stuff left. We haven't really hit any of our good stuff. This spot here has actually become a pretty decent spot for us. We found some sheds here every year, but yeah, we haven't hit like any of our really good spots and spots that we've had some of our best days at. So hopefully things work out again for us this year really good, and we can stack up a ton of sheds. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's the middle of March right now, and Raylan and I here. You can see Raylan's super excited, aren't you, Raylan? Yeah, Raylan's excited. We are about to go shed hunting for the first time this weekend here, and we're gonna hit a little spot here. We've been hunting it basically my whole life, shed hunting it, stuff like that. And usually this is a nice little walk that Kaitlyn and I go on and find a decent amount of sheds every year. And unfortunately, Kaitlyn's grandpa passed away earlier this week, and I actually just stopped in and hung out with him for a little bit. But Kaitlyn's family is home, and she's just gonna be spending most of her weekend with her family. I'm sure she'll come out a little bit here later in the weekend and stuff, and tomorrow we got the funeral and all that. But yeah, Raylan and I, we're gonna get out and do a little bit of walking today together, and then we're gonna go back and hang out with the rest of the family again tonight and do that. You got to make time for family, for sure, and you also got to make time for shed hunting. So we're gonna get out there. It's really windy, really windy today, and it's not very warm either. I think it's like 20 degrees, so I'm kind of bundled up here, and it's probably gonna suck. The audio quality might not be very good, but hopefully the video quality of us finding gigantic sheds makes up for it. So we'll get at you if we find anything once we get out there walking. But I know there's been a lot of deer in here this winter, and hopefully we can find a few. Guys, just spotted one right up here ahead of me. It's in the beans. I'm gonna see if the dog can find it. She's freaking tired, but she might be able to get it. I think she sees it. Get the bone, Raylan. Get the bone. Yep, she found it. Bring it back. Bring it back. Good girl. Bring it back, Raylan. Get the bone. Good girl. Did you find one laying right here in the field? Oh, yeah. Good girl. Good girl. You found one. Awesome. Well, like I said, Raylan's tired and she's got a lot running through her mind, but she found it, picked it up a little bit, started to bring it back, but we got to work on that, don't we? We got to work on that, Raylan. You got to bring them all the way back. Bring them all the way back. But we got the first one of the day. I was starting to lose faith. We had walked through a bunch of this and haven't found anything yet, and it's loaded with tracks. But we finally got one now. And Raylan got to go pick it up, so awesome. All right, guys, so we just got done with that last spot, and we found one there. So had something a little bit interesting happen while we were there. There was another guy, he actually hunts with us, or I should say I hunt with them. It's kind of their group, and my dad, my brother, and I, or my siblings and my dad and everyone, we kind of joined up with them. But it's one of the places that we usually go through, sometimes during late muzzleloader we have in the past. and I used to bow hunt there. But this other guy, he had got permission for it as well, and actually basically pulled in right behind me when I started walking. And right after Raylan and I found the shed, they were walking up the hill, and we ran into them and stuff, talked to them for a little bit, and then just decided to kind of go through the rest of the woods together. So, you know, it was kind of weird timing that all worked out like that. And then obviously, if Raylan and I would have walked the whole thing by ourselves, we probably would have found a couple more, maybe. For sure, probably one of them we would have found, but between the 3 of the other guys that went in there, they ended up finding 5 sheds throughout the rest of the walk, and they actually found a set that was from the same deer that Kaitlyn found the set to last year. You could just tell for sure it's the same deer by the bases and everything. I think it's a real old buck, and it has super massive bases, and this year it had a bunch of stickers on the one side, and then the rest of the tine the rest of the antler just basically gets really skinny up at the end. And I just remember it being kind of an odd looking shed, or a couple of sheds last year, and then obviously when we seen it again this year, I could tell it was the same buck. But yeah, the other ones were just some average ones, and even that one wasn't a huge buck by any means, just a decent 8-pointer. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of explain what happened there. You know, unfortunately for us, we maybe found 1 or 2 less sheds, but I know a couple of those sheds we definitely probably wouldn't have found anyway. And it was just kind of cool to see all the sheds that were in there, and I feel like we probably picked most of them up, but there was some snow in some spots, and it might have been tough to see them. But now we came over and we're actually at another spot, and as you can tell, Raylan is absolutely pooped. So I'm sure she'll get out and walk it with me again, but she's definitely getting pretty tired, and I'm not expecting much out of her, but it's just good to get her out here and you know, keep working with her. So we're gonna keep on going, and hopefully we can find a couple more before the end of the day here. Come here. You having fun? You having fun, Raylan? We're not finding very many today, but we're having fun, aren't we? False alarm, haven't found anything. We're just about done with this walk, and Raylan and I have really been walking a lot and just haven't been able to find anything here. There's been a ton of deer sign, but I don't know, this property kind of borders some state land, so there's a chance that someone maybe wandered down here and picked some up. There's also a chance that we missed them because we had a sunny day and just a lot of thick stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Wasn't our day, I guess. Only walked away with 1 shed unless we find one here on the way back to the truck. But we definitely gave it a shot and got the dog some exercise. I got some exercise. You just can't beat being out here in the woods.